I feel like latte art is so easy that literally anyone can do it. And you could even do it blindfolded. Maybe. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna teach you guys how to pour a heart without my use of sight. Now, I was gonna do this originally without my use of hearing as well, but that's just pure chaos. And I don't wanna spill everywhere. I don't wanna make too much of a mess. We have milk, we have coffee, we have a Prapatech, and we're just gonna go in blind, or literally folded, and not weigh anything or do anything like that, but we are gonna go through the technique one by one. And with that, it's time for lights out. All right, Zach, do you wanna help me?
Yeah.
Maybe like you can help me. It does look like a Velcro. This is a really dingy blindfold. It's like kind of falling apart, but
it works really well.
It really works well. I can't see, it's a little yellow on the
inside. I have to test
from
first.
Overuse.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't see anything. Like, are you in front of me still? Are you still here?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay, good. Okay, so will you help me? Okay. I'll see you guys later. All right, don't Velcro my bangs, okay? And then I need to fix the nose and
might have worked. Is that too tight? Is that tight
No,
enough?
it feels really nice.
Okay.
It feels really nice. You wanna give me a spin?
Okay,
Give me
ready?
A spin? Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Well, I feel like I'm adding to the spin, and I also know where you are via your right here from your sound.
Yeah. Okay, so the camera's right where my voice is coming from.
No, it's not. Okay, we're in. I just need to make sure. Can you test that I can't see. This is like a magician. I can't see. I have nothing up my like really tight sleeves. Will you test it? I hear it. This is why I needed the earplugs. I think we're in. I don't know what happened, but I think we're in. I assume you did something in the time that I said that. Okay, so fundamentally, what is lart? It's not just the medical term for latte art. It's also foam sitting on top of other foam. To do that, we need milk or something that can create foam. I'm assuming Zach's still here. He's not. I'm looking to include you, but you're not there, and I don't even know what I'm looking at. But anyway, so foam
I'm right here.
Oh my goodness, that actually spooked me. Okay, so foam on top of foam. And what I mean by that is that the crema is gonna have a little bit of foam, but more importantly, when you first add milk to your latte art, to your base, you're adding a little bit of foam. So it's really important that you get good silky milk texture. For that, we use whole milk because 2% milk, 1% milk is totally fine to use, but it has a lot less fat, which can not destabilize your foam and end up being really stiff. Whereas if you go super fatty, it can be kind of a destabilizer to foam and be not as stiff and a little too creamy. So whole milk is usually the best. Alternatively, I like to do oat milk. I always say oat is goat. But we need just the right amount in our cup, because if we have too much in our pitcher then into our cup, we're not going to be able to get close to the surface, which is lesson number 2 in lart. The goal of lart is foam on foam. How do you make foam on foam? You have to get the foam close, because otherwise it'll sink underneath the surface. And to do that, we're going to take a pitcher, steam milk in it, take a cup, tilt the cup so that at the end of the day, we can get close to it. So when you tilt the pitcher towards the cup towards the pitcher, you can touch the surface basically whenever you want. We don't want to pour into just espresso. We also want to pour into that base I was talking about earlier with a little bit of foam. So the way the pour is going to work is we're going to take our espresso, you're going to break it up a little bit because you don't want it to be, too crunchy. You're going to take your milk and you're going to keep it moving in the pitcher. This is important because foam is foam and it does like to stiff. If you've ever taken a bath and gave yourself a big foam beard, that's not good for latte art. It's good for jokes. It's not good for latte art. It's also good for identity fraud. The next thing we're gonna do is once we have our milk and our espresso, that's the milk, that's the espresso, swirling and ready to be primed, we're going to tilt the cup towards the pitcher and pitcher towards the cup, and right in the center from, about that high, like 4 or 5 inches, I assume that's what I'm doing, not this high and not that high. You're going to pour into the center and just donate a little bit of foam. The trick with this is that the less foam you add or the less milk you add, the more room you'll have for your design, and it'll slide around a lot easier. Whereas if you were to fill it up a lot and keep going, it would get stiffer, you'd have less room, it'd be a smaller heart. And at the end of the day, we want a big heart for the most part. Not like the Grinch, unlike the Grinch. So let's just get started. I'm looking around like I can see. but I can't. So I do a technique where I like to steam in a smaller pitcher. And the reason I do this is because it makes sense for the steam wand to be able to steam that amount of volume in a smaller pitcher that I'm gonna use for my smaller cup, right? But I like the control from a bigger pitcher. This is why I steam in a small one, because if I tried to steam that amount of milk in this pitcher, it would just be too shallow. And then when you transfer the milk, you're also kind of polishing it a little bit. So there's like a technical benefit to it. You don't have to do it. I just like to do it. So the first thing we'll need is cow juice. And like I was saying earlier to my friends around here, a lot of cows died for this juice. So I don't have a way of knowing if I have enough. So I'm gonna just stick my finger. This is not something you should do at home. This is like assuming you can actually see things. I'm gonna find it, hold on. Typically what you wanna do is you wanna add milk till just about a pinky underneath the spout. Now I don't like to, oh my God, scratch my nose. I don't like to recommend that because everyone's got different sized pinkies, right? And so it's not always gonna be super consistent. So what I'd actually recommend is that you weigh your milk, but weighing milk today would be pointless. So I'm just gonna go, there's no cap. And let's see, I'm trying not to make a mess because I actually don't. Oh God. Okay, hold on. We're gonna stick our finger in this. Who wants to drink this later?
Probably me.
You're over there.
Yeah.
I've learned more about my location and proximity. Oh God, that feels like too much. Wait. This is like when you go and you like feel the wind, you know, except it's with milk. So just under the spout. Honestly, I think that's too much. Oh, I'm not gonna put it back in the jug because I've stuck my finger in it. We just have to commit. We just have to commit. Okay, so the first thing you need is espresso because we need a base, we need a medium to pour into. That medium could be anything. It could be mocha. It could be milk that also has foam. It could be soy sauce. I've seen that, some salty lattes. Today we're gonna use coffee, which is the one you're probably gonna use at home. Ooh, ow, that's a little hot. And so the first thing we need is a dry portafilter. I think I'm just gonna repeat the phrase, the first thing you need, until we have like 30 things. Okay, pause. There's a towel here, okay, somewhere. Now, look, I don't know if this is gonna be right, but I'm pretty sure this is grind by weight, right? This is grind by weight?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to like, oh my gosh. How do I start it? Is it a push weight? Oh my gosh, are you just like, y'all aren't helping me?
Yeah, I was gonna wait a little bit. You got into the settings, so we're gonna
restart
don't do
it
this.
For me.
No, we're just gonna restart. Okay, you're good.
Wait, how did I get into the settings? How do you make it go?
So close. You'll just wait for it.
Okay, I'll start over. Ready? That sounds like too much, but it's not because it's grind by weight. Honestly, I could do this in my sleep. How tall is it though? Okay, so I'm just gonna tap. Hopefully I didn't make a mess. I'm a classically trained barista. I know how to play the violin. Okay, and we are going to distribute with this thing. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go clockwise.
Then counterclockwise.
And then, yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the help. That's helpful.
I was giving you the hand motions, but then realized.
Yeah, you really gotta stop being so like
This whole time I've actually been
aggressive.
helping you with my hand motions, but.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. You could be helping with your voice, and then we're gonna tamp. Make sure not to, hurt your wrist over time. Okay. The next part's gonna get really intense really quick, and this is honestly probably why you came here. So before we start this shot, I wanna recap what we're gonna do, just so that you have a clear idea of what we're going to be pouring. So we're gonna pour a heart design. Where's my pictures? This was fun in theory. It's not fun anymore. Again, to do the heart design, we have to tilt the cup towards the pitcher and the pitcher towards the cup. We gotta make sure our milk is loose. And we're going to, hold on, I'm just eyeballing it without my eyeballs. Integrate, stop, land on the surface, and you wanna land You want to land in the top above the middle. So not in the middle, because where you land the spout is where the top of your heart's going to end up. That's where like that little V-neck crease is going to be. So if you want the top of your heart to be in the middle, or sorry, not the top. If you want the V-neck to be in the middle, then you got to be above that. So once we're done integrating, is this the one with milk? No. You're going to land, and once you land, you can even take a beat. You can take a beat. You don't have to, but you could. And then we're going to tilt the cup and the pitcher at the same exact time until they are level and hopefully don't spill. And that's the goal. And at the very end, you're going to take off and through the heart, just like you're an airplane taking off. You know, you're going to go up and through at an angle. If you were to go straight through like that, like a car driving, you'd end up creating a bigger V-neck because you're going to scoop out the heart. And if you go up and over like a helicopter, you're going to end up sinking some of the top of your heart and then making a really scrawny tail for the heart. So you don't really want that. You kind of want to lean in, up and forward as you go on. Hold on. A diagonal like that as you finish. So to do that, you need really good milk. The secret to really good milk is to always purge first. Did that make a mess? I'm assuming it made a little mess.
Nope, no? You're squeaky clean.
I passed bar exam. Not the one you're thinking, the other one, the barista one. And we're gonna wanna get gentle injections of air. It's important that these air injections aren't crazy big because we want small bubbles in the end. We want that microfoam. But to get microfoam, it's helpful if we use small foam to start that we're gonna break up through the process of mixing the milk by steaming it, versus doing kind of crazy injections. And the secret to doing that, the real tip, is the tip of the steam wand being slightly submerged. I typically like to use a visualizer for this and say that, you know, where the little steam tip connects is kind of where that should be poking above the liquid, depending on the machine, kind of generally speaking. But in this case, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into the pitcher, and what you're gonna do is immediately when you start, you're gonna pull it down so that you can get those injections of air. Luckily, air injections and milk steaming is all about sound. So if I hadn't had the earplug, or if I had earplugs, this would still be doable because you can actually feel the vibrations in the pitcher, but we're not doing that today. We're gonna do normal steaming. So we're gonna get the air in within the first like 5 or so seconds so that we have a lot more time for that air to mix thoroughly. We're just gonna go. So we're gonna attach the pitcher to the spout. I like to do this so it stabilizes, which I think I'm doing.
I think you're missing something though.
What do you mean? Oh, my shot. Just because I have a blindfold doesn't mean I forget things, Zach, but thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
That's not the right towel. It's not wet. Okay, this was the right towel. Always make sure to only use one towel for your milk. It's the sanitary way to do this. My shot is right here in front of me. Now I get to touch this hot machine to figure out where the group head is. Oh God, this is probably the hardest part, I feel like. I gotta go this way, right? No, it's this way. I'm silly. Just because it's backwards.
Almost.
Oh, got it. There we go. That's like when a newbie barista tries to put the portafilter in for the first time. Did I leave the cup up here? Or did I use it for something? I used it for a demo. Now, normally, there's a lot of things you'd normally do that we're not doing. I got a feel for where the cup is gonna land. Okay, hold on. Okay. Normally, you want to use a timer, or you want to also use a scale, keep an eye on everything. In this case, wait a minute, where's the thing? Ow, it's so hot. I'm gonna go by counting. Zach, what's this dialed into?
28 seconds.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
12.
4, stop, 5, 6, I think I'm slow, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I know I'm off. I just like, okay, I'm gonna stop it a little out there. Yeah?
Well, there's a shot in it.
Like a single shot or like a double shot?
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Oh no. Okay, is that my doing or your doing?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Actually, it does feel really light. Okay, so we'll put the shot here for a second. Now, crema is not necessary for latte art, but does help. So having a really fresh coffee, having one with a lot of CO2 makes it really nice. Having too much can also be a burden. So this coffee is actually really great. We were pouring into it earlier. So I'm expecting good things. I'm gonna cover this. expel the steam wand, pull it out, and I like to say attach it to the pitcher spout. This creates stabilization so we don't move. Sink it in the middle and tilt your pitcher just a little. You all can tell I like rhymes. Once we are under the surface, which I'm putting my finger in to feel, oh God, then you can just crank that thing on. Ow, fudge. Okay, bring it down. Ooh. Okay, once you find that spot, stay there. Get multiple injections of gentle air. You kind of get a feeling and a sound for when it's done. So like I probably do a little more and then that's probably it. And then I'll just focus on letting it do its vortex, which I assume it's not doing crazy stuff and it's doing a vortex. I assume it's doing a vortex because of the tilt. And then when it's about too hot to touch, that's a very like classic way of understanding. I would recommend if you're a new barista, like testing with a thermometer. But generally this is a little lighter than I normally would make it because I don't want to burn myself if I spill. And then always clean your steam wand, you dirty weirdos, and give it a little purge as well because you don't want that nasty milk in there. Now, we're only halfway done. Make sure it's, okay. Oh gosh, is this my small pitcher, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, you don't have to do this, but I like to transfer milk. I like to transfer from the side if it's thick, from high up, and on the lower end on the side if it's kind of thinner. But I think it's like pretty perfect. You can also kind of hear when milk is good. Maybe it's just this table. But generally it won't sound as metallic. It'll sound more hollow when you have a little bit of air. Now once your milk is done steaming, it feels like I have a little too much, but also it does feel like I have a little too much. I'm just gonna commit to dumping a little out. I remembered where that was. The next thing we're gonna do is swirl our espresso, swirl our milk, swirl our espresso, swirl our milk. And the first thing we're gonna do is line up, integrate, stop, land, tilt and pour. And then up and through. Did it work?
Yeah, that was perfect.
No, it wasn't. I don't feel it. Oh, it's spilled for sure. I feel it. Okay, wait. Is now the time I should take it off?
Yeah.
Or is there a cleanup aspect to this as well?
No. Look at your
Listen,
beautiful
anyone
art.
can do latte art, especially anyone who's like a past world champion.
Wait,
even
you gotta clean my
blindfolded.
counter. Oh, cheater.
Oh my God, it's so bright. Can I be honest though? I see the vision. I definitely had too much milk. There was a heart there, right? Oh gosh.
All right, let's see. Very Picasso.
Look, come here. I'll show you something cool. You dip your little finger like that. Get a little another one right there. Boop, and then you give it one of these.
Oh, yep. But blindfolded.
I was gonna say, then you put the blindfold right on top. Okay. So maybe not any scenario, but did it look like a heart for a second? Did it have a heart? Did it spill after the heart was there?
You know, it was looking pretty good. There was definitely some potential, and then you just...
Should we try a rosetta before we finish? Should we try one more, or should we end it there? What do you think?
Let's try a rosetta.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Put it back on?
Put it back on.
Do you have earplugs? We had a little bit of a reset, definitely cleaned without the aid of this blindfold. Zach, can I get you to come help me make sure that this is tight?
Up to code.
Okay, just
right.
over my ears so it doesn't fall off. Okay, next up we're gonna do the rosetta, just for fun, just because we can. And the secret to the rosetta is to do ripples going towards the back, not too far back, and to make sure you're rippling a little wider than you normally intuitively think you should. Learning ripples is really hard. So one of the ways I like to teach people how to do ripples is I like to pour with my left hand. We're not doing that today, but I like to pour with my left hand to get an idea of what is it like when I have all the technical understanding of a pour, but I have no muscle memory. And I do that with my left hand to teach people. And one of the things I learned from that was that it's a lot easier to do ripples when you start from a wider place. So what I like to teach is that take any pitcher you got and take some water. Definitely want to practice with water first, or to ruin the planet one pour at a time. And pour out of the side of the pitcher and create a large, heavy wave back and forth. And try to get that to be as consistent as possible. And over time, generally, you'll be able to kind of stiffen up that wave a little bit, but you'll have a lot more control over the rhythm that you're looking for by starting big and working small. And I only learned that from my left hand. But today, we're gonna do rosetta. So let's see if we can, I guess we're starting from scratch. I gotta set everything back up again. So I need a shot. Ooh, ow. Okay, it's not in there. Did you move the portafilter, Zach? Because
Actually, I didn't.
You didn't? Did I move it? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna organize everything. So I have a towel, it's wet. I have a cup. I have my 2 pitchers. This one is definitely gonna spill. I'm just letting y'all know. And then,
What you looking for?
the portafilter. What are you doing right next to me? Where is it? We can't do Lart without the tools. I don't know what to do. Okay. Oh, look at that. I feel like it was placed right in my hand.
It was.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Do your thing. Please do it. Oh, man. What are you doing? Are you messing with it? Who's messing with it? And while that's grinding, let's make some milk. Okay. That sounds like it's still going. Did it overflow? Or is that perfect? You can tell me.
I think it's great.
Did it get everywhere? Wait, why did it go continuous? I thought it was auto. You've sabotaged me. You've set me up for failure. All right, so we're gonna go do something that you're not really supposed to do anymore. Well, one, it needs more espresso, so we're gonna put some in there. But I was gonna say, now I don't know if I can time the shot. Strike it off. Strike it off. That's classic.
There's a little bit of user error on that last one. That's all.
Gosh, on me? Me? I did that?
Yeah.
Goodness. It's Lart in the dark. Lart in the dark is exactly what we're doing. I hope this shot does not like choke. I might have to put my fingers under it to feel how much is in there. Like, okay, so.
You might want to feel that shot first, but.
It feels small.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, oh gosh. Did it get in there? Or no, did it land here? It landed there, okay, good. We'll start over. I'm sorry I made a mess.
We'll just go with that.
But I can't really see the mess, and they say if you hide it, then it's fine. Is it gonna?
Warmer. Keep going.
I know to push it in, but
No.
is it gonna continuous again?
You're a little sideways.
I'm sideways?
Almost there. Closer to you. A little bit. Yep. A little bit further closer to you. A little sideways.
I know what happened. I know what happened.
Yeah.
Is it gonna?
Now you're.
It wasn't sitting in there, so it wasn't. It was just like, it was going until I stopped it by weight, right?
Yeah.
That
It
sounded
was
light.
dumping out as it was grinding.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Oh. That was much faster. Oh, yeah, that's good. Now, you always want to do a light distribution before you distribute, at least in my opinion. I like to do a little light one. And then we'll go back to it. Okay. Nothing like round 3. Counterclockwise. Did I already dose my milk? Yes. Did you take it away from me? That would be crazy. That's wild sabotage is what that is. Okay, that's empty. I want to make sure there's no grinds in that too. Okay. And there is milk, but it's a little, I feel like it's not enough. Sometimes you just gotta commit. Sometimes life's not about figuring it out. My mom always said, sometimes you just gotta commit. Sometimes that armadillo ain't gonna chase you down the street. You gotta do the chasing first. That's what my mama used to tell me back when I was a toddler. Back when I used to blindfold practice Lart in my basement. All right here we got the cup. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna trust the process, okay? Where's the steam wand? Oh. Okay, so, should I try to do both at the same time?
Yeah. Skilled in Lart.
4.
16. 15. 2. Something really happened there.
Really? Is it choking? feeling really discouraged on this one. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so we got our milk. Now again, with the rosetta, there's one little trick you can do to get those open leaves. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. All right, so I don't normally be doing this, but we're gonna go back in. We're going back in. Listen, it's not enough, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds
I'll agree
good.
with you there.
Help me, oh no. Okay, figured it out.
You're doing a great job.
I know.
I promise.
Thank you, I know. I practiced for this, trained. Okay, that feels better. Oh yeah. That doesn't taste like I double pulled that at all. My milk. So you want to keep your milk moving, unlike what I just did, but it's okay because we're going to transfer our milk. But the thing about the rosetta is if you pull back fast on it and you combine that with wider waves, you'll get more open leaves in your rosetta. And that's the goal, at least for me, because I like a nice wide open leaf. Okay, so we'll swirl our milk. I hope there's enough of both. Okay, so we'll start here. We're going to integrate and stop. We're going to land and we're going to pour forward while rippling backwards. And then you're going to do the same cut through, and you're going to pray when you take that blindfold off at home that there's a rosetta there and it doesn't look too phallic or fell out of the cup entirely. It's not, I didn't cut through really well, but that's actually a legitimate rosetta.
Yeah.
That's why they pay me all the latte art money. It's not a lot of money, but they do pay me it sometimes. And yeah, that's essentially it. It's only a little phallic. It's mostly friendly. And that's how you lart. Subscribe to Whole Latte Love. I don't know. Okay, I gotta go.